I have too many planets in my sixth house, eighth house, 12th house combined. Maybe I have 4 or 5 planets. They are like really stuffed, right? So is this it? Like there's nothing I can do. They are Dusthana houses, right? Is it the end of my current life? So it means, yeah, I am not destined for any happiness. The only thing I will get is misery, and yeah, that's the end of my current existence. Do I have to wait for another life to get a new horoscope if I have bad Dusthana houses? These are questions which I receive on a daily basis in my comments. At the end, in Hindi, you say, right? Khuma fira ke ek hi baat hai. You twist and turn the same question in different ways, but this is the question. Is this the end of life? Well, first of all, please understand, if you have planets in those houses, it's payback time to some extent. So, yes, to some extent, you have to accept your life will be more difficult compared to others. Now, when I say 6th, 8th, 12th, I don't mean the Lagna chart or the Rashi chart. I mean the Bhava Chalit chart. In that, because we are talking of houses, we are not talking of signs. So the normal Rashi chart, Lagna chart, D1 chart that you know is only giving you the zodiac signs where the planets are. It does not tell you which house a planet is. So please go to your Bhava Chalit chart. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please go to my channel and try BHAVA Bhava Chalit chart. You will find a video. It's a pink color t-shirt I'm wearing in the thumbnail. I hope you will see it. So the first thing you need to understand, before even you go to the Dusthana houses, you have to first confirm that you have actually the planets in the 6th, 8th, 12th, because sometimes in your Lagna chart it may appear, but sometimes it may not be there in the Dusthana houses. Okay, so suppose you are Aries ascendant, and if you have let's take any planet. So for example, you have Venus in the sign of Virgo. So every Aries ascendant who does not know Bhavachari chart will think, oh yeah, my Venus is in the sixth house. No, it's in Virgo. It's not in the sixth. Okay, it is not necessarily in the sixth. It can be in the fifth house also. So therefore, you need to first confirm. All right. So once you confirm, then you have to make peace with the fact that to some extent you will have a difficult life. That does not mean necessarily that you will lack fundamentals in life, which means that does not mean that you cannot get married, you will not have a career. It does not mean that. But yes, now you need to go to step two. You need to distinguish which Dusthana house are we talking about. So sometimes it can happen you have like 4 planets. So among them, you might have 2 planets in the sixth house, 2 planets in the eighth, and you might have no planet in the 12th house, or it could be the opposite. You have 2 planets in the sixth, or yeah, 1 planet in the eighth and 1 planet in the 12th. All right. So then within the Dusthana houses, you have to see which house has the maximum number of planets. So within the sixth, eighth, 12th. All right. Because the flavor of these houses are a bit different for each of them. So therefore, you cannot generalize it by saying, yeah, that's the end of my life. You can't say like that. Okay. Number three, once you know which planets, which house has how many number of planets, and then you have to go to step number three, which is you have to figure out which houses these planets are lording. So, for example, if you are Aries Lagna, as I said, if I assume you have Venus in the sixth house, then Venus generally, depending on your Bhavchali chart, generally will rule your second house and seventh house. That also you will know from the Bhavchali chart only. You cannot know that from the Lagna chart. Just because you are Aries does not mean that Venus must be your second lord, seventh lord. So once you know that, then you have to see, okay, now I know what could be the problem. So that means now if you have the lord of the second and the seventh in the house, in the first Dusthana house, which is the sixth house, then it might mean, yes, your family, which is the second house, And your seventh house, which is the house of marriage, might undergo some troubles. So now what is the solution? The solution is you have to, if I'm saying if this is the condition and if this is manifesting in real world, for example, you have the second lord in the sixth or maybe in the eighth or the 12th, and you have a bad relationship with your prominent family members, like parents or your in-laws or your children, apart from your spouse, because for spouse we will go to the seventh house, which we'll discuss in a minute. But suppose you have bad relationships with some important, hmm, non-negotiable members of your family, then what is the solution? The solution is very simple. You have to maintain distance. You cannot stay in the same house. All right. You have to, yeah, either you have to change the house or you have to change the city or the state or maybe sometimes even the country, but nonetheless, not the same house. All right. So please stay in a different house. And please, if suppose you are a son and have you have responsibilities towards your parents, but somehow you have this and you have a very bad relationship with your mother or your father, either way, so then you cannot leave them, right? That's not recommended as per the Vedic tradition. So you stay in a different house, but yeah, once a week in the weekend or once every 2 weeks, you come and visit them, you give them things which they require. And yes, of course, you give them emotional support, but yeah, you don't give them the power to impact your life. All right, this is very important. Now, apart from that, if you have planets in the eighth house, see what is the sixth house? Sixth house is generic opposition, ladai jhagda, marpit. So what is the sixth house? Sixth house is, I don't listen to you. I want to be the boss. So a planet in the sixth house might try to bully you. So if your second lord is in the sixth, yeah, somebody in your family may try to bully you. Like, yeah, bully you because of their seniority, so-called seniority or so-called relationship, relative or somebody. So you need to know the nature of every particular house. And then you have the eighth house. A planet which is in the eighth house can give you major betrayals, major reversals. Like, what is betrayal? Betrayal is a reversal, basically, right? So, for example, if you have the second lord in the eighth house, or suppose you have seventh lord in the eighth house, then there can be situations in your life where some family member or your husband or wife may betray you. Now, when I say betray you, I don't mean sexually. Okay, I don't mean they will go and have affair if the seventh lord is in the eighth, but they might have hidden something from you which may be totally unrelated with some member of the opposite sex. It can be something about their health or about their financial condition or some relationship information about their past may not be present, could be something related to the past also, or something generic related to their nature, or something related to their personality. Something might be hidden. So that means if you have seventh lord in the eighth house, for example, then you have to really do background checkup, proper verification if you're going through arranged marriage in India, and you have to do proper horoscope matching, kundli matching, gun milan compatibility. You have to check their individual charts. You have to do all this. Otherwise, hmm, yeah, hell is waiting for you. Right. Now we have the 12th house. Right? What is the 12th house? 12th house means invoice, bill. You must pay. Pay by what? This is interesting. Nobody knows how the invoice comes. What does the invoice demand? The invoice may demand your respect, which means people may disrespect you. Yeah. Or it may be a financial invoice. Oh, you committed this crime. You must pay now. This is the fine. All right. So that means if you have the seventh lord in the 12th, then also you have to be very careful when you marry somebody. You have to check what kind of habits does that person have. 12th house is expense, loss. The person may your future spouse, or your relationship dynamic within the marriage. There may be a condition where the person is, yeah, wasting his or her money, resources, doing things which are not good. So you have to dig more, you have to take more time. Whichever Dusthana house it is, does not matter. Okay, you have to take more time, you have to take it slow, don't rush, don't hurry up, don't just do it because everybody else is doing. Oh no, not because your age is running or something like. I'm not talking of marriage, I'm talking of anything. All right, so this is applicable for anything. If your 10th lord is in some 8th house, then yeah, you have to be very careful before you join a new company, or new, you accept a new opportunity. There could be something hidden there. All right, so therefore do proper research. So any planet which is in the 8th house, you must do background check properly. Otherwise you may be screwed. I'm not talking of marriage only, I'm talking of marriage, career, anything and everything. All right, so do this. And of course, for that particular planet, that particular day, you may try to fast till 12. So for example, if your Venus is in a Dusthana house, then try to fast on Fridays, okay, till 12. So if you're Jupiter, then try to fast on Thursdays. You know the days, right, for planets. And at the end, even after you accept difficulties, you do all this, there will still be problems, all right? So the best remedy for Dusthana houses is acceptance. You have to accept that certain things are tough for you, okay? That does not mean everything is hell. But yes, not to sugarcoat, things may go a bit slow. Don't compare yourself with others. No, others may get married at 28, 25. You may get married at 30, at 35, which is not very good, but fine. If that is what is your destiny, then yeah, accept it. You don't have to fight it. You can't fight. You have to anyways accept it, right? You cannot fight destiny. You just got to accept. There's no other option, right? There's no second choice. There's only one choice that destiny offers you, right? So I hope this video gave you good insights on what are Dusthana houses, what does it mean to have particular planets in Dusthana houses, hmm, and what are the solutions? How can you protect yourself and not cut a sorry face or sorry figure? What do they say, right? Later. Okay. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him. For personalized horoscope consultations, you can always go to my website down in the description section. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to Exotic Astrology. And if you made it so far, hit the thumbs up and share this video with somebody also who has too many planets in those star houses. Jai Siya Ram.